All right, sports fans, time now for the Faribault Coaches Show out at Basher's Faribault Center. It's brought to you by Basher's Faribault Center, Lonsdale Country Market, and G&H Property Management. Now for the show, we head out to Gordy Kosfeld and the man in black himself, Royal Ross.
Look at that. You got a bigger bill. Even though it was second, it was a bigger bill. You're the man in black.
Just a reference to the mighty Johnny Cash that just played that last song going in.
It was a reference to you. He said you were the man in black.
Well, yeah, but we all know Johnny's the man in black.
You want to start with G&H? Change things up?
No, let's start with Basher's.
Okay.
But first, I got to ask you, last week we talked about Lonsdale Country Market, that Wagyu ribeye.
No.
Did you get over there and try one?
No, I have not.
Those sure sound good. Might have to try one.
It's expensive, though, right? I mean,
I'm Wagyu steaks are expensive.
Yeah.
So but well worth it from what I'm told.
Well, that's what I've been told.
I got to get over there and try it.
You ever had one of those, Dave?
Okay.
It's a Japanese kind of beef, right?
I think so. But all right, let's talk Basher's now.
Okay, but before we get to that, you can't start on a topic and then just dump it, right?
I didn't dump it. I asked if you had one because.
Were you the one that said they massage the cows?
No, that was not me.
I was told this week what makes it so expensive is over in Japan they literally hand massage the cows, which makes the meat more tender, evidently.
Okay, let's go with that. I have no idea.
So Mother's Day is. Can you imagine a bunch of guys massaging cow? Anyway. Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
And they're having a big-time brunch here.
Yes, a very, very good buffet out here tomorrow. Reservations, please call them 334-3262. Get your reservation in. It's a great meal. We've got some chef-cut prime rib on there. We've got some ham. We've got a few breakfast items, sausage, bacon, egg bake. So come on out, folks. Even a dessert. I mean, we got desserts covered. So come on out tomorrow. I believe it's between 10 and 4.
And it's supposed to be lousy weather-wise. We've got an 85% chance of rain.
Yeah, it'll be a good day to sit inside and have a delicious meal.
And remember, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Evidently it is. That's kind of what a buffet is. But anyway, come on out, folks. Enjoy Mother's Day. And have a great meal here at Basher's. We got a few things going on. Graduation parties are coming up. So if you need a place to have your graduation party, bring them out to Basher's here. Have some fun. We'll do all the cleanup for you. Or if you just want it catered, maybe you want some of the famous ribs or something. Give us a call, and Basher's will be happy to help you out with all of your graduation parties.
It's hard to believe the graduation is right around the corner. I don't know where the school year went.
I don't know. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. Well, we'll find out from an educator whether it flies for them, too. Well, your wife's an educator. Does she think the year goes by fast?
It depends on the day you ask her, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, come on out. We got our volleyball courts going. They just started. So beautiful night. Come out, sit on the deck, watch some volleyball, enjoy the sunshine when we have it. Next week is supposed to be, I'll just say it, hot. I mean, it's actually going to be hot next week.
Upper 80s, 90 degrees.
Yeah, upper 80s. So come on out, sit on the deck, watch some volleyball, have a burger or maybe a pizza, and just enjoy yourself.
So are you going up to the courthouse at 1 o'clock?
Yes, I am. Yep, I'm going to go up to the courthouse for the Veterans Memorial dedication.
Okay.
1 o'clock today at the courthouse, Rice County Courthouse. So if all you people out there in listening land are not doing anything, come up and watch the dedication.
And if you can't park around there, they're going to have a shuttle from the Legion. So
okay.
Take advantage of that. And in the Legion, in the big banquet room, they're going to have a display of the pictures as that project was being built. It's going to be kind of cool to look at.
Oh, yeah, very cool. Yep, very cool.
At the VFW. They're going to have a lot of honor guards. We were told last Friday on our AM Minnesota show by Jim Doda and Dick Cook that they're keeping this program under an hour. So,
yep, good. Are you emceeing it?
No.
Just thought I'd ask.
No, I think Paul Johnson is emceeing it. A veteran. Makes more sense to have a veteran than me. That's good.
Understandable.
So he'll be out there doing that. Dave Wieber's with us. He's the boys. You got boys, right? Track and field. Mr. Bongers has the girls.
Yes. Yep. I'm boys. Mark is girls. We share responsibilities in terms of what we coach. So all of our coaches coach both genders. But officially, I'm the head boys coach and Mark is the head girls coach.
So, for example, Mr. Gustafson would be work with the sprinters?
Correct. Girls and boys sprinters, yep. And I coach the girls and boys throwers. Mark coaches the boys and girls distance. Mr. Ginther coaches girls and boys triple jump and high jump. And Mr. Robley coaches girls and boys hurdles and long jump. And so we share all of our...
And Mr. Fuller works with the pole
vaulters, girls and boys, yes.
You guys always have good pole vaulters. This year you still got that?
We have some young, talented boys and a couple good girls, too, that Charlie is really molding this year. But they're young, so they're inconsistent. But we've got 4 guys over 10 feet right now, which is a nice luxury to have in a track team. And a couple of them are pushing 11.6, 12 feet. So we're hoping that we get some, with this good weather now, get some good big improvements.
What's our school record?
14.6.
Nobody will probably get that this year.
Well, it would be a stretch to make that much progress in one season, but if it's going to happen, there's a couple boys here that have the talent to do that.
Who holds the record?
That is...
You're testing the memory.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to put him on the spot or anything.
Olson. I can't remember his
that Olson
first
kid.
Name. Yeah.
Yeah, that Olson kid.
It's not the Olson, it's Ruth and...
No.
Okay, sorry to get you sidetracked there.
You remember about what year it was?
It was about 4 years ago.
Okay, it was relatively recent.
Yeah.
And Olson. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry about that, Dave.
My brain is old.
You didn't have your records here. Are they posted in the high school like most places?
Yes. Yep.
Right in the hallway there somewhere?
It's in the Nomeland gym. We have a big record board for track and field in the Nomeland gym.
In the gym?
Yep.
Wow, I guess I never noticed that. How many times have I been in that gym? My word.
I bet more than a couple.
I'd say hundreds, thousands of times. So what did you have go on this week there, Dave?
So we were pretty active this week. We had a meet at Tuesday at Albert Lee with Albert Lee and Austin, and then we had a meet on Thursday, which is one of the team's favorite meets every year, is the Cougar Relays at Mankato East.
They said that last week.
Yep, they did.
The Cougar Relays is nice because you need to have 4 people in every event, and every event is treated like it's a relay. So, in addition to the regular 4x800 relay, 4x200 relay, 4x100 relay, and 4x400 relay, those are the relays that happen in every track meet. Then they also have some medley relays where they run a 100, 100, 200, 400. That's a short one. And then they have a 200, 200, 400, 800. That's kind of a medium one. And then they have a 1200, 400, 800, 1600. That's kind of the distance medley relay. But then even like the hurdlers, they'll run their 4 different heats, and then they add their times together to make it a relay. And in the throws and the jumps and the pole vault and the high jump, all that stuff, they take all their scores and add them together as a relay. So everything's treated like it's a relay.
Now, is this the event where last week the young men were telling us like all the throwers do a relay?
Yep.
Is this the event?
Yep, and it's a varsity event and scores points. So those throwers get excited for that every year, that show their speed.
Yeah. I was just going to say, and you were saying earlier off the air before we got started that your throwers very fast.
Yeah, they on Tuesday they ran a 47 in the 4x1, which is right around a varsity time.
Yes, it is.
And so, the throwers.
Yes. Yeah, they all have to be throwing in the meet, and there are the 4 guys there are 4 of our top guys. But we have a legit sprinter that's a thrower, Johnny Frank. He's got serious speed.
Yeah, as a receiver on the football team.
Yep. And Bo Schroet, he kind of goes unnoticed with his speed because his brother's so fast. But he's a good thrower, and he's also got a lot going for him with running. So he's on that relay. Joe Ruisi is a young guy in that mix. You look at him and you go, this guy's not big enough to be a thrower, but he throws over 40 feet in the shot put, and he's been over 100 feet in the disc, and he knows how to use technique to overcome size. And he's very fast also. And then not many people realize this, but Devin Lockerbie is a fast guy for a big guy.
He can move.
Yep. So he's the one who anchors it. So it goes Ruisi to Johnny, then to Bo, and then Devin finishes it off. And it's fun to watch those guys run because they're amazingly fast.
Well, didn't you say that somebody told us the story a year ago where Devin wanted to do a sprint and he did it in a JV meet, and he won the heat.
Yeah.
That's how fast he is. He beat a bunch of sprinters. Not JV sprinters, but they're still sprinters.
And folks, you got to remember who we're talking about here. Devin Lockerbie.
About 300 pounds.
Talked to us a lot during the football season. Great young man.
Oh, yeah.
Going to college to play football. The guy's just a beast. He's big.
I tell you what, with that kind of speed, he could be in the NFL. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, he's got the tools. It'll be interesting to see what happens in his career at NDSU. But they are known for producing excellent linemen, and there've been a number of pro football players that come out of NDSU from the line position.
What's amazing, Royal, is he's such a nice young man, and if you're going to be good in football, you got to be on the edge, sort of, especially in the line, right, Dave?
Yeah, well, yeah, he could be cantankerous when he wants to.
Oh, okay.
He's a very polite young man. He's very thoughtful. He's a pretty sharp kid in the classroom when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But you put him down there in the trenches, he knows how to be competitive.
Okay.
Hey, I got one more question about this relay. Is there a coach's relay?
Oh, there is, yeah.
There is.
Talk about that.
They run a coach's relay at the end of the meet to give their workers time to get all the scores figured out, right? So, and this was I think the 32nd Cougar Relays, and Faribault's been to every one except 2018, I think, or somewhere in there where we had some snow. Mm-hmm. And they had the meet still going on in Mankato. We had 9 inches of snow in Faribault, and they had 60 degrees over in Mankato.
Wow. How's that for amazing?
That was the one time we didn't run. But in all those years, we've had this coach's relay, right? And it's always hilarious because you get these guys out there that are, some of us not so young, some of us not so fast, but the kids love watching it, and they're always critiquing our form. Oh, coach, I don't think you had your knees high enough, or
Of course.
all the same stuff we say to them. My role on that team used to always be lead off and come out of the blocks. But about 4 years ago, I tore my hammy doing it really bad. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. Then I thought, well, wait a minute. I'm still young enough to do this. So I trained for it, did all kinds of stretching and running and stuff, getting ready for that relay. Pulled the same hamstring again the second year.
Wow.
I retired from that. So now I hired some young coaches to take over for me.
Of course. I was just thinking you got Dusty as a coach.
Yeah, I was going to say Gustafson. Yeah.
Yeah. So they won the relay by a long shot yesterday, the coaches, because we had Ginther and Robley and Taylor Day, and then Gus. Gus anchored like his usual position that he did in high school and in college.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he was an all-stater for us in high school. He was an All-American for MSU. Yep. He's not a bad guy to have on your team.
No, absolutely. And Day is a pretty good guy too, right?
Yeah. Day's a fast boy.
Say, Gordy, our crack stat man back in the office there, Paul Shea, sent us some information here. Guess who holds the record for the 12-pound shot put? And this should be pretty easy. We just talked about him.
Well, of course, Devin Lockerbie.
Devin Lockerbie, 49 feet, 11 inches. So,
what record are you talking about?
Shot put, 12-pound.
Yeah, that's his personal best. It's not
I
a
don't
record.
know. It says
It says a school record? It's not a school record?
No. Where are you getting that from?
I'm getting it off my phone. Paul Shea got it at athletic.net.
Yeah, athletic.net doesn't know what they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Our school record is 54-9.
Okay.
Devin, you're still a heck of a shot putter. I don't care what the coach says about you.
No. He's not ripping.
They don't have our school records on that. All they have is data coming in from meets.
Okay.
So what is who has the school? Does Devin have the school record?
No.
Oh, you said his personal best is
Kuntz.
49. He hasn't broken 50.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Back in 2004.
Yeah, here I thought I was.
Well, there's no way that Paul would have known that either.
I was providing some cutting-edge information.
But it is a good question.
I could send you guys our list of records. I don't have them with me.
But it does bring up a good point, Dave, as long as we're on the subject. No school uses their website properly. Could I go on your website and find your track records?
No.
I should be able to, don't you think?
You can go to the track and field stuff that we send out to our athletes and stuff, and it's in there because that's where we post it. But you got to be on the Team Reach app with us for that. But
it should be on our school website.
Yeah, the school website is lacking in many ways.
Just to pay respect to the
athletes. Yes, the football, the volleyball. I don't care what sport is. All the records should be on the website. I shouldn't have to go into Nolan Gym to see your track records.
I agree, and our current AD has plans for that.
That's great. I hope he stays around long enough.
He's one of the first ones that's come out and said, this sucks, we need something better.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that, especially the way you worded it. Didn't he word it properly?
Perfect.
Say, you got the same memo I got, didn't you?
I don't know. Did I get a memo?
Well, I thought we were going to have some tennis players.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I thought. I thought Coach Anderson was going to bring some tennis players out.
I even told them they could work on their backhand while they're on the air. This is radio. You got the racket. You just do the backhand.
Yep,
right?
They can practice. They can do uppers and downers. You know.
You guys almost won that meet, right?
Yeah, Cougar Relays. Yep. Came down to the Waitman's relay, and we had a little mishap. They didn't quite complete the race legally, so we got DQ'd. And things like that happen in track and field, especially when these guys don't run that relay a lot.
Did you practice it?
Oh yes, definitely.
Because handing off the baton is not exactly an easy chore.
Coach Gus had them all ready to go. We just had somebody leave a little early and run out of the zone.
Oh.
When you're in the heat of battle and you want to try and break a record, they didn't want to just win it. They wanted to break the meet record.
And they were going to, you said.
They were on track to do it, definitely. They were so far ahead.
And remember, Mr. Lockerbie anchors this Waitman's relay.
Yes. Yep.
And he's probably the biggest guy among your throwers.
Oh, definitely. You don't have too many 300-pound guys that are 6'4".
So he'll go to state, don't you think?
We certainly hope so.
Are you tempted to have those throwers enter as a relay in the sections?
No. We have other guys much faster.
Could they qualify for state if they did run?
No.
Oh, okay. They're not that close to that. Okay.
They're really fast for throwers.
Yeah.
For throwers.
We got to qualify this.
Yeah, okay.
So, they would beat some teams' varsity 4x1, but not in our section.
So you got more than one crew that could do this, you're saying?
We have sprinters this year. Yes, we do.
Awesome.
We could put several good 4x1s together. We should be pretty strong in the relays at the section meet.
So how do you determine? Do you mix and match, or do you use the same four guys? You know what I'm saying?
No, the sprint coaches make sure that they are trying different combinations.
Okay.
Because it comes down to two very important things. It's not always about the fastest people on the team. They also have to be very, very good with passing the baton. And so you can have a really fast kid who's just a fumble bum, and then you can't trust him to be in the relay. So they try a lot of different combinations till they come up with the special sauce that's going to work.
And it's not easy to pass that baton.
No, it's not.
No, it takes a lot of practice.
It's a lot harder than it looks, folks.
Yes. Yep, it's a lot of timing, a lot of getting to know each other. You have to be in sync with all the other members. If there's a kid that's really fast and a good handoff person, but they're not at practice every day, sorry, you can't be on that relay. We need you here every day practicing that relay. So it's pretty important.
Yeah.
A lot more into it than meets the eye.
Yes.
The nuances. That's what you love about track, right?
So, if you're looking at our our top 4x1 right now, I think would be probably Lenway, Sando, J.J. Schroet, and Christian Escobar. So, those 4 guys are pretty damn quick, and they're very responsible with the baton. It's fun to watch.
Seamless when they pass it. That's what it takes. Right?
Yeah. We have some of the best hurdlers that we've ever had on this team. So we're going to be very strong in hurdle events. We have, again, Christian Escobar, Barack Barner, Carter Johnson. We have some great hurdlers. We got Plunkett and Boudreaux. So these guys have come from not knowing much about hurdles at all to being top hurdlers at every meet we go to. So Coach Robley has really done a great job with our hurdlers, and I'm looking forward to see what we could do is getting some of those boys to state. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
very exciting.
And don't you have a young lady that goes to BA that's on the girls track team that's a really good hurdler, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Gordy, I don't know as much about the girls and which ones came from BA and which ones didn't.
That's fine.
But yes, we did get a nice the co-op has helped us definitely. We got some nice athletes from BA, and they're great kids. They fit right in with our team, and it's been a pleasure to have those folks out and see what they can do and see how they can help us.
Well, they've never really had numbers there, right? So and so adding their numbers to your numbers obviously makes you much better, because depth is what track is all about.
Yep, track is a numbers game, definitely. Yeah.
Do you have any home meets coming up?
Our last home meet coming up is going to be on the 23rd. That's the JV conference meet. Will be at our Bruce Smith Field, Ted Nelson track, and that's our last home meet. So this next week we have True Team sections at Mankato East. The week after that we have an away meet at Winona. Week after that is conference. Week after that is individual sections, and then it's state. So we're in the postseason mode here. Start next week.
And the last home meet is just JV.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
And Dave, if you would please, for our listeners and for Royal and I, explain the True Team. I know you're a big True Team guy.
Yeah. So my dad and a few of his coaching buddies back in the 1980s were sitting around after the state track meet going, how can 2 guys go to the state track meet and win the state track meet title as a team?
Right.
That's not right. We should have a team trophy, a team championship for track and field like we do in other sports. Because it's very possible to have 2 guys in 4 events each and go out there and win the state track meet. So they sat down and said, what about if every person that's in the race scores? So that's really going to show team depth. Right? So the True Team way of doing things then is if you're in a meet and you're going to allow, say, 3 varsity entries in every event, and there's 8 teams, so that's 24 athletes in each event. First place would be 24 points. 24th place is 1. So all the way down, whatever your place is, that's what your point.
Everybody scores.
Correct. Everybody that's in the meet scores. It's just not the way most track meets are run.
Right.
Usually it's only the top 4 or 5 people are going to get scores. And so that started in 1987. And we're the only state in the nation that has this, although many other states have asked us to give them information on how to make this work. The State High School League has never adopted it, so it's run through the Coaches Association completely. And it's one of the most popular events throughout the state. We get almost every track team in the state involved in it, and we get so much great feedback about putting it on. So it's
and it sounds like it's pretty simple formula and process.
Yes, and it's fun from a coach's perspective because you don't have to put your lineup in ahead of time. Every kid has a number, and you can make changes to what they're going to run in as the meet is going on.
Wow.
So right up until they run the race, you're going to be deciding who can be in that relay or who might be doing the throw, or you can say this person warmed up better than that person, so you're going to be the guy today. It gives you some coaching strategy you can do during the meet.
And of course, you can't speak for the high school league, but this makes so much sense, I think. It's a true team.
Right.
That's why it's called True Team, right?
Yeah. But, for the State High School League, it's all about money. And in their estimation, they think they would lose money by adding this to the state tournament.
How would they lose?
Whereas the Coaches Association, we do all right when we put this meet on. We don't lose money.
Are we big enough to hold this in Faribault? We got the track for it.
Oh, definitely.
You think it'll come here sometime? We're right next to the metro. That can't be the reason.
Yeah, well, we're too far south, though.
Oh, come on.
That's what everybody tells me.
We're a half hour south of Lakeville.
I know.
Come on.
I keep asking. Someday, maybe.
That's all you can do.
These two gentlemen that were out last week, they said this is the best track in the Big Nine, remember?
Yes, they did.
And they said the conference meet is at Red Wing, which is not.
But the conference has a rule that it rotates through the conference. So our next opportunity, I think, is 2027 or 2028. So.
Okay, the cross-country meet is always at Brooktree in Owatonna.
I know.
So we should have the track always in the Faribault because we have the best facility.
I would agree.
You agreed with me, Royal?
Yep.
Should I mark this down on my calendar? Is someone agreeing with me?
No, Gordy. Almost everybody agrees with you.
Boy, that's a preposterous statement right there.
Yeah.
What does his hat say? You can read it better than me, Dave.
Our place on 3rd.
Is that here in town?
Yes.
Okay. I've never been there, so I'm sorry.
He's got all kinds of billboards on him here.
Yeah.
Too. Lake Francis,
Clark's Campground.
Yeah.
Little shout out to my Clark's buddies out there.
At Lake Francis Campgrounds. That's a good fishing lake, I've been told.
Yep.
You a fisherman, Dave?
I am.
Openers next week.
I'm not the greatest fisherman. I'm a really good fisherman when I'm with my brother-in-law because he's really good, so he always finds the fish. But I go up on my own, and I don't know. I don't get much.
Yeah, I would say I'm more of a leisure fisherman.
Yeah, it's a relaxing process.
I don't do it as a sport. I do it as relaxation.
I agree. That's more my side of it too.
How about you, Royal?
I like to fish. I just don't do it very much.
And you live on a lake.
Well, I don't live on a lake. I have a seasonal site on a lake, and we've got our fishing boat out there on a lift. So
okay, well, that's more than I got.
It wouldn't be a stretch for me to fish,
a little bit.
Not every day because I'm not out there every day, but, every day that I'm out there.
Did you say where true team is next week?
At Mankato East.
Okay.
Yep.
They got a nice facility, but not as nice as Faribault, according to these guys.
They have a very nice facility. Yep. We like going to their track. But, yeah, they don't they don't have a Mondo track. The surface there is good, but it's not Mondo. And
what is Mondo?
It is
It's all weather, right?
It's a rubber sheet product.
It's the surface.
Correct. It's what the track that we have is the same material that they used in the Olympics.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify for all three of our listeners out there. That,
Royal. That's not
so
very nice.
the advantage of that is it's a firmer surface, so you get more energy return. So you should be able to run faster on it.
Okay. Spring better.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah. It has been a very nice surface over an extended period of time. This is the 12th year that we've had this since it was installed, and we have had zero maintenance issues with it.
That's
whereas
great.
the pour-on urethanes or the spray-on urethanes that a lot of tracks have, they need maintenance about every 5 to 7 years. And so that's what our building grounds guy recognized as this is going to be it's a win-win. I don't have to do as much maintenance. It's going to cost more up front, but over the long haul, it's going to save us money, and it has.
Yep. Hey, Gordy, I got to give a little love to our robotics team. They're at the state tournament at the
today.
Williams Arena at U of M, so go Falcons Robotics. They got a great program there.
Yep,
so.
And I've already got an invitation in for him to come out here. So,
right. Dave, thanks for coming out.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Dave.
it.
Appreciate it very much.
You have a great day, sir. And if you go to the Faribault Falcons Twitter account, there's a YouTube.
Those tennis guys never came out.
There's some kind of a link on here where you can watch the live stream of the Faribault robotics team. So.
They're not getting a lot of love from us now.
The tennis or the robotics?
Love. Tennis. Just trying to tie in a tennis tournament.
You did. That was well done. It went right over my head. It was so well done.
It certainly did. Oh, yeah, the robotics guys, I'm sure they're going to do well. As I said, we got an invitation to them. Hopefully they win. And
Yep.
We'll talk about it next week, I hope.
Definitely.
But then I thought the tennis players would be out here, too, and it didn't happen.
It's a beautiful day. They might be playing.
Yep, they probably
practicing.
are. Maybe we should do the show from a tennis court.
Ooh, outside.
That way they can do both while they're on the air.
Yes. We could just have a traveling show here and just, hit different sports.
No, I told them they could work on their backhand here. They could bring their tennis rackets and they could be, nobody would see them. They're talking on the air like I'm talking right now and I'm doing my backhand, right?
Yep. You could do that. They could do that.
You want to tell us all about G&H Properties?
Just that we're a full-service real estate company located in beautiful downtown Faribault, right across the street from the post office and the Depot Square building. 3 different divisions. We have a property management division that manages investment property, residential rentals primarily. We have an association management division. That's the division that I'm in, certified homeowner association manager for condos and townhome associations. And then we have a sales team. So if you need some advice or looking for something in the real estate world, just give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it.
Yeah, big thank you to Bashers Faribault Center. Don't forget that Mother's Day. What's the number again to get your reservation?
334-3262. And please do make reservations. It will be fantastic.
I would do that right away because I know they're close to full.
Are they? Good.
For Mother's Day brunch tomorrow out here at Bashers, the Faribault Center, you're not going to be able to do anything outdoors. An 85% chance of rain.
Yeah.
So no picnic on Mother's Day, but you can come out for the terrific Mother's brunch. What's this?
Well, I guess we had people waiting in the wings.
Oh, well, we didn't know about this. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
what sport were you with? Oh.
Well, dag nabbit, we didn't even know it.
Well, they were sitting out of our sight. We could. Do you want me to bring them up here too?
Well, we got a boogie, so hopefully you guys can come back next week. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yep, certainly.
Oh, bummer.
All right, Paul, take it away back at the studios on the Kenyon Wanamingo